And good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 for Wednesday, August 3rd, 2022. The markets did move strongly higher today, albeit under light volume, but it was a very strong move in both the S&P and the NASDAQ and the Dow and the Russell for that matter. And as we get ready for the Globex to open, it looks like we might open unchanged here in the S&P, slightly lower, slightly higher. What it gave me the opportunity, because I had planned today to label out the alternate view number 2, which is that the minor intermediate C wave is complete, and in turn also is the primary A. And that puts us in the beginning stages of a primary B wave counter trend rally. So while both of the alternate views are running in parallel with each other, and they carry a lot of the same characteristics up to a certain point. Case in point would be the minor wave 2 scenario. That's the other view, that this would be minor 1 and we're in a minor 2. That minor wave 2 cannot take out the high at 4,628. Now, in a primary B wave, it can take out that high, and it can go even higher. And I'm going to review that. So that would be the main difference. Now, the other difference would be if indeed this was the primary B wave to go up. In A, B, we have that C wave up, the internal B wave. So wherever this ends up, that internal B wave would not be expected to make a new low. Whereas in the minor second wave, we're looking for a minor third, and it for sure would make a new low and keep on going. So those are the two major differences in A, direction, and B, strength of what's going to happen. So this, if it's a primary B wave now, its version of that minor third wave, that major trip and fall downward, would come later from a higher level and also could contain crash-like moves. So either count, the result of the completion of that move should result in some strong downside kicking in again. Also under both, the time factor is kind of a little bit longer for the primary B wave to unfold versus a minor fourth wave. Minor fourth wave would be appearing that it should be beginning to end up in here, just being done, and now we're going to go and we're going to like head out the door. So getting into the details of what's happening within the start of this primary wave B, it is going to consist of 3 waves of intermediate degree labeled A, B, C. Remember, we're in a correction, a larger correction. We're going to get A, B, C all over the place. And we're going to be working with those for quite some time. We are not in a larger trend, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And many of those, we're in corrective mode, and they come in 2 basics, ABC or ABC. And it's within the ABC structure that we have 2 basic forms, one being a flat, one being zigzag. So, and then within the flat family, there are about 11 different variations thereof. So we're in the A wave, intermediate A wave, and within intermediate wave A, there would be 5 waves of primary degree. And that's the way I'm counting it, because I can count this as a 1 and a 2, very clean ABC, and we're in that third. Now this third is subdividing nicely, by the way. So there's the 1 and the 2. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's just the third of 3. Right, so this is 1 of 3, 2 of 3. 1 of 3 of 3, 2 of 3 of 3, 3 of 3 of 3, 4 of 3 of 3, 5 of 3 of 3. 3 is done. So, but only the third of the third. So we get from here a 4th wave correction, which would then be 4 of 3, a 5 of 3 to complete it, and then we get an additional 4 and another 5. So the subdivision, internal, done. Now we just get a plain old 4 and a 5, and then we get another 4 and a 5. So it really starts to project that the market will go. I mean, we got pretty close. We didn't get that close, but we got up to 41, what, 52? So we did get up there, and that was kind of where I was thinking it would get to. But potential now is for it to come up and give a test at the daily 200 EMA, and that's at 42.14. And then we have additional resistance at 42.51. And then we have the simple 200 simple SMA. And that's at 43.36. And then we also have fib resistance at 43.37. So there we've got some clusters here, and both are in play under this and also under a minor wave 2. Remember, minor wave 2 cannot come out and take up this high. So we can run both until this high is taken out, and that would put it definitely into the primary B waves camp. And we would have been well on the way. Now, we're not really missing anything because these have offered the trades that they've offered within the context of the wave count that's underway. So yes, they were buying opportunities. Yes, there were places where you could buy. Yes, you could have gotten in on this stock or that stock because you're trading that stock and you can use the same signals that you would get from an index, but you would then be just trading in the stock, or you just were trading the options and all those positions fit against the moves that we're making. So either way, I believe that both counts have been obviously providing lots of trading opportunities, and they would have been made clear for the opportunity taken at the time it was picked up and noticed. So in any case, I think what we can figure here is that we still have a 4 and a 5 and then another 4 and a 5, so different degrees, to complete this. Either under the previous would be a C wave to complete minor wave 2, or we're completing 5 waves up to complete intermediate wave A. And in either case, we got more upside, and that potential is now rising to 43.36. And so we have 43.37 to 43.40 will likely start to allow up to 4,400, depending on how strong of a push that we're getting there. But then once it's complete, this will be the other difference between the two counts. This would just be an intermediate wave B and would not be expected to drop down and take out the low at 36.39. It would not be. It should be contained well above it, and we still get an intermediate C wave up to complete that primary B wave. Then you're going to get a C wave that'll take out that low, for sure. But right now, no. In the minor wave 2, it's swing around. Minor wave 2 is done. Minor wave 3 picks up, and it's a quick trip down to 36.99 and a break. So that's going to be the big difference between these two. So right now, we're just trading what's in front of us, and so this is what the market is telling us it's going to do. I'm not planning either way for what may or may not happen. I'm going to trade what's in front of me and continue to just trade what the moving averages are telling me, what the price action is telling me, what the fibs and the Elliott, all scenarios, tell me. And then we'll just work from there. Now, for tomorrow, I would expect pullbacks to be shallow, even 4th waves. But again, just remember that where we are, we're up pretty high. So when we bring it down here and I blow it up, if we're looking for a little 4, well, yep, I'm looking that we can come down to 41.47. And right now, it looks like we're open at 41.53, so they want to take it up a little bit. Same with the NASDAQ, they want it to go up a little bit. So maybe that was all we're going to get, that little 4. We go back up, put the other 5 in, complete the 3, come down again. And again, it would be back down towards the area wherever this ends up. And then we will go up one more time, complete this 3rd wave, do a 4th, and then a 5th to complete the A wave. So tomorrow, though, I think maybe we can complete the 3rd and then get going on a 4th, depending on how quickly they want to do it all, and then get ready for the 5th. And that really brings us into Friday, which could go either way and could be very, very tricky day. But there's still more upside to come, and that much I feel pretty strong about it under either count, by the way, as well. So continue to follow the moving averages right now. They were lined up this morning, and those in the trade room got that information firsthand that everything was in alignment to go up. That is what happened. It was slow, steady, a little choppy even, but steady to the upside. So you kind of just hang on. You just held in there and you got your moves. So patience was involved. And sometimes maybe you were taking a little bit more heat than you thought you wanted to, but those trades worked out because the whole process was just up. The strength was from the buyers. And when the sellers came in and pushed, the buyers just kind of stood and let them, and then they stuck back in. So it was kind of interesting. All right, I'm going to drop it and leave it there. And our next update will be on Thursday, the 4th of October.